Commencing Mr. 2K God List Week. Commencing Mr. 2K God List Week. What's good, y'all? Your boy Mr. List Week God. Your boy Mr. 2K God. Boy Mr. Music Lover God. Your boy Mr. Good Music God. Your boy Mr. Good Music Year God. We back up in this bitch now. Look, man, we are here. It's the end of the year. Christmas is past. Hope y'all all had a good Christmas. I had a decent Christmas. But, man, how was y'all Christmas? What y'all get for Christmas? The records are back. I repeat, the records are, well, I mean, y'all kind of can't see them. Y'all kind of can't see them, but that's cool. We got records over there. The whole room is filled with records. I was about to call my room the swamp, but this ain't a swamp. This the music swamp, my nigga. We got records on records on records up in this bit. And today I'm ready to talk about the worst albums that I've heard this year. What are y'all worst albums of the year? So I'm prepared. I'm ready. I'm excited. I hope y'all excited. Lay back, enjoy, get your snacky snacks. I'm ready. And like I said, I hope you're ready. Let's get into these worst albums of the year. Mr. 2K God List Week. First album. This album was almost the reason why I didn't want to make this worst albums of the year video. I'm afraid of getting like slander or something like that. But now it's like, you know what? There ain't nothing wrong with it. If I don't like an album, then I should confidently say why I do not like an album. I also want to put preference on all of these albums is not from a grudge that I hold in an artist. It's all non-biased. All of these albums have reasons for why I did not like them. I didn't just not like them just because of who the person is or just because I just think it's quote unquote trash. Like there's reasons why I do not like these albums, and I just want to place huge emphasis on there's actually reasons why I do not like these albums. First album. Destroy Lonely If Looks Could Kill. Easily one of the worst hip-hop records I have heard all year. You know, all the little opium fanboys are going to come around and be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you don't understand. And when the opium fans say that, I just want to ask you this then. What is it that I am not understanding? What is it that I am not getting? Because I feel like when people say these, oh, you don't understand, I feel like they have no rebuttal to what there is supposed to be or what people are supposed to be understanding. Because what I'm understanding from this album is that there is not really much to it. Now, if people say, oh, you just understand it, well, okay, then. Why do I understand No Stylist? Why do I understand Die Lit? Why do I understand Nav's Emergency Tsunami? Now, a lot of people might think Nav's Emergency Tsunami is bad, and I understand why people would think that album is bad. But point being is I have a multitude of other trap albums that I genuinely love. Travis's Rodeo. I like a few other Travis albums. I like a few Uzi albums. Like I like Plug and B. So there should be no excuse of, oh, you don't understand it, because no, I do understand what it's saying, but it's just not connecting with me at all. I feel like his vocals on this thing are extremely weak compared to No Stylist. I feel like the production on this thing is weaker compared to No Stylist. All the beats damn near sound the same. All the beats sound extremely mudded out, distorted. He's got like that distorted, mudded out guitar, generic guitar patterning in the back. It's like I said, the one thing that really brings this album down is basically his energy. And from track 1 all the way down to 26, he doesn't really say anything, and it's fine if niggas don't really say much, but dude, it's the same competitive mess for an hour and 26. Which brings another point is, why is Destroy Lonely coming out with an hour and 26 minute album? Yeats Afterlife. Yeats Afterlife was 32 minutes. I enjoyed that because I feel like a lot of trap artists should not be dropping albums that are over an hour and 26 minutes long, because a lot of these niggas don't really be saying anything for that hour and 26 minutes, let alone even bringing a vibe to it. And I feel like with that Yeet project, Yeet really like set the tone with that album. Like, hey, we're going to set these vibes off early. We're going to set these aggressive vibes off early. But I just feel like with this, if Looks Could Kill, I just feel like there's nothing exciting about the album. At first, this album was a 0 for me all year. I re-listened to it. I still had the same opinion, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10 because there are other albums on here that I just absolutely despise way more than this one. Said the main key to music is someone's voice. And for me, in my opinion, it's voice and production. Both voice and the production on this thing are not good at all. Obviously, if Destroy Lonely comes out with something else again, I will obviously be there, because if I do not like an album, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna listen to the next. So I'm still excited. Like I said, No Stylist is just way better than this, because No Stylist had way more energy and better production. So Destroy Lonely, if it looks kill. 21, Josiah 3. Number 20, Ray Shrimmer, Shrimp for Life. Number 19, Trippie Redd, A Love Letter to You 5. Everyone knows I have been reviewing Trippie's music, and it's crazy to say this out of my mouth. I have been reviewing Trippie's music for 6 going on 7 years now, and that is insane to me that we've been doing this for this long. Obviously, this is another crazy thing to say. Trippie has been dropping the A Love Letter to You series for 6 years. This is easily, without question, without a doubt, Trippie's worst A Love Letter to You to date. And I hope with what people were saying that this is his last. I'm praying to God that this is his last, because after this, we don't need a 6, we don't need a 7, we don't need an 8, we don't need a 9. We don't need any more love letters to you, bro. We don't need any more. And I feel like what set the tone with this album, and what really ruined this album, is that Trippie pretty much outed himself as a cheater. I'm not a man that judges, I commend the man for, being a man and, saying to the world, like, hey, I cheated on my girl. That's my fault. That's my bad. But, people, it's like I said, back then I saw a lot of people applauding him. But, cheating is a choice, and that should not be applauded. That's not the main reason. I don't want to bring personal matters into this, but with the Love Letter to You 5, we didn't get as much bangers like how we got in the previous Love Letter to You. Like, A Love Letter to You 1, that showed Trippie's full potential. Back then, for me personally, I had never heard someone with his vocal range, and it was a different vocal range. Not many people had the style of voice that he had. He brought a lot of melodies, he brought some aggressive tracks, he brought a lot of melancholic tracks, and brought some tracks where he was spitting. But on this, there was only one singular song that I really vibe with, and that was Last Days. When we look at the previous 4 love letters, a bunch of songs off these albums that I really, really love and enjoy. And there's a lot of songs off these other joints that we all love and know as well. You look at A Love Letter to You 1. We have bangers like Love Scars. Love Scars 2. Do y'all niggas remember when Cole Bennett dropped that Love Scars 2 music video, bro? That was damn near iconic, bro. 2 bangers back to back. 3 bangers back to back. Love Scars 2, Romeo and motherfucking Juliet, bro. 3 straight bangers. Then we got Blade of Woe with Famous Deck. Then we got Pose 1940s. Then we had If You Could Rap Like Me. A whole but Limitless on my life. Love Letter to You 2. Bust Down. In Too Deep. Dead Man Wonderland. Overweight. Best Love Letter to You. Love Letter to You 3, Topanga, Firestar, Toxic Ways, I Tried Loving, Wicked, 1400, 999. What happened? I feel like as we get these new love letters, we got something new. We got something unique. We got some great melodies on these tracks. But I feel like this Love Letter to You has to be one of his wimpiest. It has to be one of his corniest. It has to be, and it's like I said, it has to be one of his worst, and I feel like people applauding him for adding these certain specific guitars and all these sad sounds, when in reality, all these sounds are literally just bare minimum generic at best. How many tracks do you have to come out whining about needing love and stuff, when in reality, you're most likely the problem in the first goddamn place? But at the end of the day, bruh, there should be no more Love Letter to Use, man. It's getting corny at this point. It's getting generic. And not only that, there are a multitude of other ways to show your romantic side other than coming up on the mic and really sounding extremely corny. Number 18, NBA Youngboy, I Rest My Case. Number 17, this one really makes me sad. This one really makes me disappointed. I love this artist. Number 17, Baby Tron, Megatron 2. What I like about Baby Tron, what other people might like about Baby Tron, is the simple fact that I find his music extremely fun. I think he does the scam rap, he does the Detroit rap, he does all different styles of rap. But I feel like in this album, he did not deliver what he usually delivers in his previous albums. The Ben Reaper series is a really good series. First Megatron was a good album. Luka Tronchik was a nice tape. I feel like with this one, he just really digressed so much. I'm used to hearing his fun 80s song samples, and in this one I feel like we rarely got that. I feel like in this one we barely got any of his good, catchy, playful bars. I feel like the production was on the lower half end, which really shocked me the most, because that's one thing that I come to Baby Tron the most, also with his fun playing lyrics. And I feel like what he was saying on this album wasn't really that good as well, especially with the features that were on this thing. Like, I'm pretty sure Riff Raff was on this thing. Soulja Boy was here. Like, why are we grabbing Soulja Boy, bro? BLP Koshers, like, on all of these other Ben Reapers and Megatrons, there were barely any features. Like, in the third Ben Reaper, like, Cordae was there, Yachty was there. All these other albums, Baby Tron was alone, and he did good alone. There's really nothing good about this album, sadly. And just like the Destroy Lonely album, it is way too long. It's like an hour and 20. Just like the Ben Reaper 3, like the Ben Reaper 3 was about an hour and some change. Other things that I really didn't like about this album was the simple fact, like, I don't know why Baby Tron was using like Soulja Boy 2007 Crank That type beats, but we're in 2023 going into 2024, and we need to leave those beats back in 2007. Yeah, Baby Tron, I'm really sad. It disappoints me because he's literally one of my favorite fucking artists. But yeah, Baby Tron, Megatron 2. It's not good. Number 16, Lil Durk, Almost Healed. Number 15, NLE Choppa, Cottonwood 2. This album is literally disgusting.
Bitch ass if she got red hair. If she clean in between. Can't do it on the dick. Can't write it on the dick though. Put your ass on my face till I get pink eye. Promise that my nut tastes like sugar gravy. So deep, pat on the back. She my baby like similar.
I was gonna say I don't get the appeal, but I get the appeal. It's for people that walk up in the club. They probably just stand around the club and then they just go home, and then they notice that their time was wasted and they could have used their time better. Lyrics on this album are horrendous. They're disgusting. It sounds horrible. That album pretty much is a great example of how hypersexual this generation is. It shows how unnecessarily sexual that you have to be, and it also shows that all your personality is talking about getting pussy, talking about getting money. Like, I get it, I understand it. He's a youngin', he's like 21, 22 or something. But when you're on each and every single track, and once again, just like the Megatron 2, just like If Looks Could Kill, it is an hour long. And in each and every single track, this man is like overly sexual for literally no reason. I really want to ask people, what do you really gain from being overly sexual, constantly talking about sexual things like you don't got no goddamn sense, and like you don't have any other kind of personality other than talking about getting pussy and smoking and shit? Eventually all that gets extremely boring. And what I mean from track 1 to track 22 that this nigga horny as hell, I mean this nigga horny as hell, bro. There was literally one verse where he said that he stick his face in somebody's ass and then he would get pink eye. Production ain't good. His bars ain't good. NLE Choppa is a pretty decent rapper. But then when he's on an album constantly talking about pussy and ass, that's when I start getting annoyed. Number 14, we got Coi Leray, Koi. Number 13, Lil Wayne, The Fix Before the Fix 6. I'm not gonna say too much about this album. Wayne, easily one of the best hip hop artists of our generation and of our time. But I just want to know what Lil Wayne was thinking when he dropped this. And the one thing that I've always hated about Lil Wayne in this generation, still a good featuring artist. I am just extremely confused with this one because, it's like I said, the one thing that confuses me with Lil Wayne in this current generation is the fact that I don't understand why Lil Wayne uses so much auto-tune when I personally feel like he does not need it. And he's been doing this for a while now. And I feel like if he used his natural voice, I feel like he would be dropping some really good stuff. But I feel like when it comes to him in auto-tune, he's a little bit unlistenable for me. Not only that, but the production on this thing was not good. He had a lot of corny songs on this thing. Like, there was one song where the chorus was titties, 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 titties. And in my mind, like, yo, Wayne, you better than this, my nigga. You been in the game since 98, 99. You gave us bling bling, my nigga. You gave us Mr. Carter. You gave us Got Money. And you're giving us this nonsense? You're better than this. So, Lil Wayne, the fix before, I don't even give a shit about the album name. Fix the fucking album. That's what you need to fix, bro. Number 12, Ice Spice Like. The reason why Ice Spice is still relevant, like, I'm just gonna say it. Ice Spice is a bad bitch. Even without makeup, she a bad bitch. All women are bad bitches without makeup. And she's light skinned and she got a fat all ass, bro. If I got up, you think I'd have a fat all ass too, because me and her are the same skin tone with the same hair texture. But the difference between me and her is I am a man and she is a woman. I personally feel like I said, I feel like Ice Spice is still relevant for those reasons. She got a fat all ass and she's a beautiful woman. And not only is she a beautiful woman, but she is a beautiful woman with a personality, a phenomenal personality, what I might add. But the music for me ain't that good. Pretty much y'all already know what majority of these songs sound like. They're just munch type beats, New York drill type beats with her same exact cadence, her same exact flow that she uses in Munch. It's all just the same shit from track 1 all the way down to track 11, because she did release a deluxe for this, which I don't understand why she didn't just release the deluxe as the whole entire album in the first place. But you know, it's just the same old repetitive Ice Spice. It's not good. People think she'll last, but I personally don't feel like she'll last. I feel like she'll last in a personality type of aspect, but musically, I feel like after this year, no one's going to be checking up for Ice Spice musically after this year. Number 11, Tusi Najor. Tusi is pretty much just a diet rod wave. 50 minutes of just sad melodic music, which I personally feel like is just not good. Number 10, Macklemore Ben. Number 9, DDG, Maybe It's Me. He is easily the most ignorant rapper on this list. Like that, I don't know where DDG gets these things in his head, where he is the, first YouTube artist to ever be put on like this. I don't know where he thinks he has, this great talent. I do commend him and I do applaud him for taking his rap career this far. And, he does have a few people, listening to his music, which I feel like are probably little ass kids, plus me, because, I listen to music and I really love music, and it doesn't really matter to me who it is that's dropping the music, because, I don't want to judge someone just off of who they are, because, music is music. Everyone is allowed to make music. Another thing that I have to ask is, where did he get his humongous ego from? Because to me, in my personal opinion, I don't really feel like he should have a ego when it comes to music, especially when he's easily one of the most ignorant sounding rappers on the mic, when he doesn't really even say much as well. When you say things like, oh, what other YouTubers saying this stuff, it really just shows that you aren't really paying attention in your own little bubble. We have Joji easily, I'm not sure what other YouTuber made it to the top of the poll like Joji did. Joji literally had a Billboard hit in Glimpse of Us, Slow Dancing in the Dark, Yeah Right, and a few other bangers. I feel like Joji, in my personal opinion, might be one of the best YouTube artists to ever come off YouTube. And not only that, he separated himself from the YouTube stuff. And there's nothing wrong with DDG being on the internet, and there's nothing wrong with him being on YouTube. But it's like when you claim you're this and you're that, when it's not really that true, then you have to do some searching, because you aren't the most successful guy on this YouTube shit. It's it's just your basic trap album, basic trap beat, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. It's just boring. His vocals sound horrible. Number 8, Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday 2. I've always thought that Nicki Minaj was overrated as a rapper. I understand that in the last 10, 12, 13, 14 years that she has been easily the most famous, and it's no debate. There's no debate. She has been the most famous female rapper in these last 13 years, but I personally feel like she's not that great. A lot of corny, generic production. Lyrics aren't really that good. Really, really lazy sampling. Artists grabbing people's music and then just making the songs fast and then them claiming that as a sample. And don't get me wrong, Nicki has some bangers under her belt. And I just feel like there's really nothing on here to really be excited for. It really brought Nicki's career this far is pretty much her fan base. She has an extremely cult fan base that will do anything that she says. Nicki Minaj is damn near like a fucking ringleader. If Nicki Minaj tells her fans, hey, do this, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. If Nicki Minaj told her fans to go murder someone, those fans damn near might listen to her and they will go do it, bro. And she told them fans to stream this album, and streaming the album is what they did. The album is not memorable in my opinion. And it's like I said, as a rapper, I look at Nicki Minaj more as a pop rapper rather than like a full-fledged rapper. I feel like there are a multitude of other women rappers. Missy Elliott is a bit better rapper. Lil Kim is a better rapper. Foxy Brown is a better rapper. Eve is a better rapper. No Name is a better rapper. Rhapsody is a better rapper. Little Sims is a better rapper. I damn near want to say Trina is a better rapper than Nicki Minaj. There's just a lot of women in this generation and in the years prior that are better than Nicki Minaj. Missy Elliott is a better rapper. I personally feel like Left Eye might even be a better rapper than Nicki Minaj. So I feel like a lot of people just, forget about all these other women rappers because they really don't say the same things that Nicki Minaj says, which is, the sexual bars and all these other, generic bars that she gives. And the reason why all these other artists that I named aren't really that big in this generation, mainly No Name, Lil Sims, and Rhapsody, is because they really aren't talking about sexual things on their songs. Number 7, DaBaby, called a Fireman. Pretty much the only thing that really is helping DaBaby survive is that one guy, that one tow truck guy that literally played that one song off this album in almost every single one of his repo videos. Number 6, Rod Wave, Nostalgia. Oh, fucking brother, dude. Rod Wave in the beginning. It's just the same with Trippie. In the beginning, you look at him and you're just like, dude, this guy has a lot of potential. He has a nice voice. He has an extremely unique voice. There's really no one else that uses hip-hop like production with a nice voice like his. But when you then start using and repeating the same beats, and then when you start using the same exact vocal tones like in those previous albums, you then want to ask, okay, dude, can you do something else? Can you make something positive? Does everything always have to be this uplifting thing about getting out the hood? Does it have to always be about this uplifting thing about, you finally making it? Like, can we make something positive? Can we just make something that does not sound extremely sad? I know what crowd this is for. I know it's for the people that are probably still in the hood trying to make it out, and they're using Rod Wave as that motivation factor, which I totally understand. I totally get. But when he's been doing this for 5 straight albums, you have to ask, okay, dude, how much more of you whining and crying about making it out the hood? Like, how many more times do you have to do that for? And it's most likely going to be like that for the rest of his career because he has nothing else that he talks about other than that. When I saw this guy at a Rod Wave concert and Ja Morant was in the back. So it's like, do I have faith in the next Rod Wave album? No, I do not, bro. I do not. I'm probably not even gonna listen to it because I already know what that damn album is gonna be about. Talking about how he made it out, he had fake friends, he don't trust niggas, and just like basically what his album is for bare minimum Twitter users that tweet out the same corny ass shit. How I give the best top. Sunlight is the best. Keep your enemies closer and your friends or whatever. Like, there's the bare minimum shit that's common knowledge to humans. Like, we already know all of this. You don't have to keep on telling us over and over and over again, bro. Like, we get it. You made it out the hood, my nigga. Number 6. I gotta stand up for this one. Sexy Red, Hood Hottest Princess. I need people to stop. I am tired of seeing people say, oh, you don't like Sexy Red, you're a misogynist. Oh, you don't like Sexy Red because she's a black woman. Oh, you don't like... I don't give a fuck about none of that motherfucking bullshit. I don't care. I love women music. I love black women music. I love women as a whole. I'm pretty sure all of us love women. Because you are this, just because you are that, does not make you immune from criticism. And I'm tired of people on Twitter trying to make excuses for artists. Oh, it's club music. Oh, it's not for this crowd. It's not for that crowd. Why is the excuse always, oh, it's not for this crowd? She put out music. She put out music for people to listen to. People are allowed to have their opinion. This album is easily one of the most disgusting albums I've ever heard. It's easily one of the most nastiest albums that I heard. It is just like that NLE Choppa album where you are just overly sexual for whatever motherfucking reason, and all you can think about is getting dick, niggas swanging they dreads, and all this other bullshit. Why are you always so overly horny? Is there anything else to your personality that you have to display other than begging for dick for 36, 38, 40 motherfucking minutes? Did we need a deluxe album for this goddamn album? No, we did motherfucking not. I now have to say to Fantano, he said in his joint that she shows sex appeal. No, she does not. And if hearing a woman talk about whip your dick out and swanging your dreads and bring that dick over here, if that is sex appeal, then I've honestly lost all hope in this generation, because that is not sex appeal whatsoever. And not only that, Sexy Red dropped one of like literally the worst videos of the goddamn year, bro. When it comes to, you know, this generation being overly sexual, sexualizing everything, and just always being sexual 24/7, and then niggas always saying, oh, you need to go get you some bitches. No, bitch, you need to go get you a book, and you need to read that book. And then when you read that book, put that book down. When you put that book down, go outside, touch some concrete, touch some grass, talk to some women in a respectful manner. Talk to a nigga in a respectful manner. If y'all get the fucking, then y'all get the fucking. Good motherfucking job. But damn, can we go to a water park or something? I ain't never heard a rapper talking about going to a water park. I ain't never heard a rapper talking about, hey, let's play some Smash Brothers. I ain't never heard a motherfucker say, hey, let's hop on Xbox, play some It Takes Two. Why we always gotta say, oh, bring that dick over here? Why I gotta be, oh, bring that pussy over here? Why can't we open up a, why can't we just open up the Harry Potter series? Why can't we just open up the 47 Powers? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we open up the Chronicles of Narnia? Number 4, Dream, to whoever wants to hear. Yeah, I don't want to hear, but your teenage fans would like to hear this. Number 3, 6ix9ine, Leyena, Viva. Yeah, 6ix9ine, it's like, we already know 6ix9ine, it's, you know, he's still out here, and I don't know who told him he could sing. I don't know who told him to do reggaeton, but it's not good reggaeton, and it's not good singing. I don't have much to say about this album. Tom McDonald, Adam Calhoun, The Brave 2. I don't understand why they have to come on the mic and say, oh, this is our country, this. Like, dude, what do you mean by that? What do you mean this is our? Especially when I can't remember which one of these niggas is Canadian, but literally one of these niggas is Canadian, dude. And one thing that I really have to ask is, I just want to ask this. Project Pat. Why is Project Pat on here? Project Pat's was nothing like their verses. Like, Project Pat actually put a decent verse on here that literally did not match the subject matter that these two idiots were talking about. So I'd probably have to guess that they bought just like a random Project Pat verse and they slapped it on here and just was like, hey, Project Pat's here. These niggas is, I hate how these niggas are talking about, oh, this is the land of the free, this, but then you then proceed to complain about people doing things that they are free to do. So I am very, very happy that, you know, people in this, and I feel like just anywhere in general, people should be able to come out as transgender. People should be able to come out as bi. People should be able to come out as gay. And I don't want to make this a political thing, but, you know, when it comes to human nature, you know, just let people do whatever they want to do, bro. As long as you're not committing any kind of crime, there should be no kind of problem, dude. Number 1, Lil Pump 2. About this album, it's not a good album. Production is garbage. You know, it's still, you know, I can't believe it doesn't even feel like this album came out this year. But yeah, it came out this year. I'm pretty sure he came out with a deluxe for this album. I can't remember if he did or not, but, you know, it's not good. I don't know what possessed him to drop that metal rock track, but he shouldn't have did that, you know. And, you know, this is pretty much a showing of, you know, we're not in 2017 anymore. You are damn near an irrelevant rapper. Obviously, Lil Pump still has his little small fan base, and obviously he still has his Instagram following and stuff like that. But when it comes to him making music, you know, this is not the definition of trap music. This is the definition of just generic trap music that just is simply not good. So it's like, obviously there's nothing to this thing. There's no kind of vibe to this thing. His voice sounds horrible. The production sounds horrible. Everything across this whole thing sounds just horrible. So those are my worst albums of the year. As you can see, like, each and every single one of these albums had something that I just didn't like, whether it be the voice of the artist, whether it be the production of the artist, whether it's just like just everything as a whole of certain specific albums needing to not be the length that they are. That is the main reason why majority of these things are here. Just, you know, they're just not good albums to listen to. And no matter what, these artists, I will still be tuning into their music. I'll still be tuning into some Destroy Lonely if he comes out with something new. I'll still be tuning into my man Baby Tron. You know, I'll tune into some more Trippie, obviously. I'll still be tuning in to, there's no one else that I want to tune into here. There's no one else I want. I'll still give Trippie Redd a chance, even though y'all know that I just do not like her music at all. Worst albums of the year. I'm excited for this week, and I hope y'all are excited for this week too, man. Let me know y'all worst albums of the year down below. Do not be afraid to say what y'all worst albums of the year. This be your boy, Mr. 2K God, your boy, Mr. Worst Albums of the Year God, and I'm out this bitch.